In today's video, we sit down with Claire and Paul, a couple making £7,000 to £8,000 a month profit from growing their rent-to-rent property business.
Samuel told us to sell the letting agency, so we did. We've had it for 11 years. Paul stepping in, training him up in the letting agency. The rent-to-rent business was going. It was a real struggle.
So 8 rent-to-rents, and you're going to be clearing how much per month then?
That's currently clearing, well, with the extra 2 that are coming in, we'll be looking at about 7-8k a month.
After selling their letting agency, they built a portfolio of HMOs and social housing, working closely with charities and councils.
And it's helping people. It was helping homeless people. And that was, as soon as we started all this, it might sound like cliche, but we really wanted to give back. One of them's actually on a long-term let, but it's with the council incentive.
Okay.
So you get paid by the council to rent to the homeless people.
How
So
much
we've got
do you
one
get
like
from the
that,
council?
£2,000. Just
just
as
a
an
one-off
incentive
payment.
to rent to them. And then we still obviously make on the rent to rent as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And in this interview, we're going to be discussing their journey from lorry driving and lettings to financial freedom.
Yeah, I was a lorry driver, crane operator for 20 years. Yeah, met Claire last year. Fell in love, moved down to Bournemouth.
That's amazing. And then how many hours a week would you be working on your rent-to-rent businesses?
We're
Loving
probably
it,
only
no,
doing about
yeah.
10 hours a week at the
Yeah.
moment. He made the decision. I didn't ask him.
It was a big decision for me. It's a lot of money for me to find.
It's making life work so that we can spend the time with our loved ones, walking on the beach with the dogs.
And this is a very powerful conversation about mindset, resilience, and building a life that you love through property. Enjoy and be sure to subscribe for future property success stories.
Hello and welcome to Samuel Leeds Success Stories. I'm your host, Patricia Masuda, and today we're sitting with 2 good friends, Claire Arnold and Paul Baker. Welcome, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really excited to have you guys here, and I just couldn't believe when you told me the other day that you had sold your letting agency. So if you don't mind, can we start there?
Samuel told us to sell the letting agency, so we did. We've had it for 11 years.
Okay. So you've had this letting agency for 11 years, and where are you based?
Dorset, down in Bournemouth.
Okay, wonderful. And so what was it like to run a letting agency? How many clients did you have?
We had 18 managed properties and 10 serviced accommodations.
80. Wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
How long did it take to build up to your 80 portfolio?
I got up to 80 on about year 6,
Okay.
but I was on my own, so that was kind of my limit, and that's where I
Yeah.
left it. And then I took someone on and trained them up
Yeah.
to manage, but then I had to let them go in October. So then Paul stepped in.
Yeah, so it's actually Claire's business. I stepped in to help about November.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What was it like working together?
It's been good.
Been really good.
Yeah.
Good team?
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
team.
very
yeah.
Good. That's great. And so, Paul, you were a lorry driver.
Yeah, I was a lorry driver, crane operator for 20 years. Yeah, met Claire last year. Fell in love, moved down to Bournemouth. Like I say, helped her with the letting agency, but it was difficult for me. Obviously, it was completely new to me.
Brand new to property.
Yeah, we started the rent-to-rent business separately, but because of Claire's commitment to the letting agency, it was difficult to
It
get
was a
moving
struggle.
forward.
Was it a lot of hours in the letting
It was
agency?
a lot of hours. It was about 50, 60 hours a week in the letting
Oh my
agency
gosh.
on my own.
Yeah.
Paul stepping in, training him up in the letting agency. The rent-to-rent business was going.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a real struggle.
What were you turning over in the letting agency?
Anything up to about 10k a month.
Okay.
Profit.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it was worth its while.
It was definitely worth its while.
Yeah.
You know, I had a nice lifestyle and everything else, but there was no work-life balance.
Uh-huh.
So obviously everything we've learned from Samuel, we now have work-life balance.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the one good thing about the letting agency is, off the back of the name of it, it's helped us with the new rent-to-rent business.
Right, exactly.
It
it's all
really
building
helps.
blocks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're all building
People have
blocks.
checked out what Claire's been doing the last 11 years. So,
I almost felt
yeah.
like I was cheating.
Really?
Well, all the clients, they knew what we did, and so they trusted us in property straight away.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And because you guys are have such high integrity, right? You build up a reputation and people want to work with you.
Yep.
And actually, so you ended up selling it to other Academy members.
I did.
Isn't that
Yes.
funny? This community is so great, isn't it? And who did you sell it to?
Well, I sold it to Nina and Rich on the Academy, but I did get
Aw.
offered 25,000 more for the business. from a big corporate. But because the business was run the way I run it, I knew that they would carry it on and keep the clientele and, keep the business going. And that was important to me as well.
Yeah, we love Rich and Nina.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And they now manage our properties, our rent-to-rents.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Perfect. That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's good to surround yourself with strong people, right?
Yeah. We're also looking to collaborate with them on another 8-bed HMO that's come available.
Amazing.
So yeah.
That's great. Good.
Yeah, good relationship.
All right. So, Claire, you've been part of the Academy for over a year and you just signed up for two more years.
Yes.
You're a lifer just like me, right?
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to be here forever.
Forever. And Paul, you just joined.
I joined about 3 months ago.
3 months ago,
It was a big decision for me.
Yeah.
To be honest, at first I thought, oh, well, Claire's on the Academy. I could just learn from her.
Yeah.
It soon became apparent that wasn't going to work long term.
And why is that?
Because I feel it would have just been Claire's journey and I would have been on the outskirts. So,
And not only that, I think it was quite difficult when we were running the letting agency and also trying to teach Paul everything I was learning on the Academy.
Right.
There's only so much resource I can give as well, So he made the decision. I didn't ask him.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great.
yeah, kind of surprised it, when we spoke to Tony.
Yeah, I was delighted, of course.
Well, that's great. And you know what? All that additional information that you're going to get on your own, the connections you're going to have.
Well, this is it. It was a big decision for me. It's a lot of money for me to find, but at first I thought, it's all about the education, which it is, but I now see the value of being surrounded by other people in the same industry. There's a lot of helpful people there as well, isn't there?
Which you don't see unless you're on the Academy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, like Samuel says, a lot of people start in something like this. The reaction from friends and family can be quite negative.
And you've
What
had
you're
that.
doing, wasting your money on that, blah, blah, blah. But when you come here and everyone is lifts each other up, doesn't they? I find, it's good.
We speak the same language. We get excited for each other's deals. We help each other all the
Lift
time.
each other up.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
I love the diversity as well. I've noticed that all different backgrounds. It's good. It's a good environment.
It is good because you could be sitting at one of the dinners and be talking to somebody who you never would have
Never know who's in
found.
the room.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of a sudden you're making lifelong friendships and
Yeah,
connections.
so I must say that I've really recognised the value for money now in what he's offering.
Yeah.
Even with a deal connect, you put your deals out. There's investors there already for you.
Right. So for anybody who doesn't know what Deal Connect is, do you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
I haven't actually used it yet myself, but I'm just learning to package deals, and so it's on the portal. You can send it off your deal, and they come back, tell you if it's a good deal or not, and then they can put it to investors. So really beneficial.
I know.
Yeah.
Samuel's taken all the hard work out of deal selling, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And he's always adding to it. That's
He's
what we love.
always-
There's
yeah.
always more. Like I did the course over a year ago. I'm now watching the course Paul's going, and there's more. There's more.
So all the time
Yeah.
there's more.
All the time.
I know.
so
it's fun.
refreshing what you've already learned as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So when you started in the Academy, Claire, did you know about rent to rent beforehand?
Do you know what? That's what's amazing. I knew nothing.
Oh,
so
isn't
I knew
that- yeah,
nothing.
that's-
I've been in property 26 years, all my life since I was like 21, and I've always been an estate agent, lettings manager.
Yeah.
And Tony, my friend Tony, who was already on the Academy, who I've known for years, was for months saying to me, Claire, you've got, and I was following Samuel, on YouTube. I was like, I haven't got time. And then I did a crash course in the February and my mind was just blown. I was like, wow. And he restored my passion for property as well,
Yes.
with all the different strategies, everything we can be doing. So I straight away signed up and that was it. Yeah, it's amazing.
And the Tony you're referring to is, of course, Tony Fleming.
Tony Fleming.
Tony and Lana.
Tony who sold the bank, or bought the bank.
bought a Lloyd's bank.
bank,
Like,
yeah.
who buys a Lloyd's
Yeah.
bank? Well, our good friend Tony,
Yeah,
right? Tony
yeah.
and Lana.
Yeah, he
I
kept
was just
kicking me
talking
to
to them
join.
about it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so crazy. And you learn so much too because, again, this community brings in people doing all sorts of different deals. And so from Tony, we can find out what it's like to buy a bank with bank in situ and the lease coming to an end and negotiating and finding out all that stuff and planning permission. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so tell me about your rent-to-rent business.
Right.
So since joining, I set out the rent to rent business as soon as I joined. It was like, right, this is what I'm going to do because it's what I know. But I didn't have the time. So then we really got going when Paul moved down in November. And since November, we've picked up 8 And it's like dominoes.
We've
now.
got
People
6
just want us
currently
up.
running, haven't we? With 2 just around the
2
corner.
deals done
Yeah,
that are coming in.
deals coming.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, we got 2 in Eastleigh, Southampton way. They are typical HMOs that we
work well.
some of the tenants were found through the letting agency when we still had it. We've also got we just took 2 on in Basingstoke where one of them moved in yesterday. That's gone straight to a charity on a 5-year contract.
Wow.
So they take care of all the maintenance, management, bills.
What are you turning over?
So
from that property?
those 2 together probably bring in about 1,600 profit a month, and
It's
that's passive as well. So we don't really have to do
5-year
anything
lease with the charities. Paul spent the first 6 months like completely blind. I said, right, I want you to ring up the charities. He'd never done it before, and he'd just spent the 6 months building up the
some of the
relationships.
charities and the councils were quite difficult. And the thing is, I was a bit nervous at first. It's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I was talking about, but I just found you just keep going, and I think I've improved as time went on.
We're now at a point they ring us up and we're like the 2 Basingstoke, we want 2 in Basingstoke, they're tendered, they're ready to go, can you go and get them for us? And it works for both because they've got a free agent running around getting their properties and we've got them on 5-year leases.
That is amazing.
Passive. Yeah.
So most of your properties you rent to rents, the 8 are HMOs?
Yep.
There's a couple of HMOs. One of them's actually on a long-term let, but it's with the council incentive.
Okay.
So you get paid by the council to rent to the homeless people.
How
so
much do you get from the council?
£2,000.
For the property?
Just
just
as
a
an
one-off
incentive
payment.
to rent to them, and then we still obviously make on the rent to rent as
Oh
well.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. So they give you £2,000 to set it up and then you get paid monthly.
Yeah.
Man, I got to get into that business. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people
It's
doing
just extra
well.
cash flow, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it's helping people. It was helping homeless people. And that's
important.
As soon as we started all this, it might sound like cliche, but we really wanted to give back.
Yeah.
So we went down that route in hope to give back, although we have learnt the hard way. Like some of these charities take 3 months. And obviously that's our outlay.
Yeah, they got a
until
lot of
then.
red tape to get through.
To
haven't
get
they?
through themselves.
So like we had one charity look at an 8-bed house we got. She loved it. Oh yeah, we'll take it. But
That was
they
in
said,
April
but
and they want it in September.
Yeah, we should be able to get it tendered for September. So service accommodation was not what we wanted to do, but it was a good backup strategy to bring in some money until we get the contract that we want.
So that's what we're doing with that one until they take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of the 3 strategies, service accommodation, HMO, social housing, which one is your favorite?
HMO.
Well,
social
HMO is what I think we're quite good at.
Yeah,
And I think we've been quite lucky with the tenants we've had. I mean, there's been a couple of dodgy
We
ones,
have
hasn't
again
there?
worked with the charities on that though. We've worked with the smaller charities helping the care leavers and that sort of thing. And it's quite rewarding because we're like helping them set up their housing benefit. So we're able to give back a little bit without, actually financially committing too much, but just our time with them and stuff. And that is rewarding. So we do that kind of thing too with the HMOs.
That's great. People sort of paint landlords and rent-to-rent companies with this brush of being like evil and money grabbing, but you're really coming from a place of
we
generosity.
always would just ask for LHA rates, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we work with LHA rates. It works for us. It
Yeah.
works for them. Everyone's
Great.
happy. And if there's a deal there, like you say, there's people that say, oh, but I want X amount of profit. Yeah, but we're offering LHA, we're taking a nice profit, and they're going to come to us on that basis rather than the people that are greedy. So it is about making it work and win-win for everyone.
Win-win for everyone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So 8 rent-to-rents, and you're going to be clearing how much per month then?
That's currently clearing. Well, with the extra 2 that are coming in, we'll be looking at about 8K a month.
That's amazing. And then how many hours a week would you be working on your rent-to-rent businesses?
Well, my hours
Not
have
a lot,
drastically
actually.
been
We're
lower,
probably
haven't
only
they?
doing about 10 hours a week at the moment.
not too much.
What do you do with all your free time?
Well, it's only just happened. We only just sold the
Okay.
agency on the 1st
That's
of
right.
May. So
Okay.
I'm crewing the events, as you know.
Yeah.
And then we had a quick holiday because we haven't had a holiday for 9 years. So we've just
wow.
got back and it's only just now dropping into, whoa, okay, we've got all this time on our hands. What should we do with that?
Yes.
So now we're going to be looking at deal sourcing and looking at different strategies. We've got a kitty to do our first BRR. So
We've got
there's
a
lots of
lease
exciting
option
stuff
on the
coming.
table as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been offered a lease option
Tell us about
too.
the lease option.
So we found a landlord off of Gumtree.
Are we allowed to name the other academy?
Well,
She's at?
she is. It turns out she's actually a mentor for a lesser property academy.
Well, let's not mention that.
Yeah. So we got 2 properties from her, and she actually got 21 properties. She's keen to work with us again. So one of them she's prepared to do a lease option on. So yeah,
And it's a good house with a massive side plot with huge potential.
Development?
Yeah,
Development,
we're looking at
yeah.
that.
Tell me about that.
We're looking at that. We've yet to go and see the house, but we've seen all the details, and we're meeting her next week. And she's already said, lease options there.
Wow.
And we're looking at the potential.
Yeah, I mean, it's in an Article 4, isn't it? So it's we can't really have the typical HMO as a backup.
However, we are working with the county council there, as well as 2 charities there that want the area.
Yeah. So when you work with a charity, it's different from HMO in terms of Article 4. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Okay, great. And so for lease option, so how does that work? So what is a lease option?
I mean, a lease option can be done with a £1 purchase just to make it legally binding. Now, this particular landlady, to make it more appealing, I've offered a couple of £1,000.
A bit more than that.
Well, about 10,000. 10,000 up front.
Why?
So it's based so.
It comes off the price at the end. You know,
Okay.
it's just a deposit of goodwill to show good faith.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the idea would be we would agree to purchase the property, but maybe not till 5 years down the
we're
road.
talking 5 years.
We would be paying rent on the property until that. When the term is finished, then we have the option to purchase. Now the seller has agreed that they would have to sell it to us if we want it.
Right.
At the agreed price. I think some people doing that might think, oh yeah, but what about the appreciation? So then we could look at maybe a percentage of any appreciation over that time.
Okay. So you're still kind of negotiating and ironing out those details.
Yeah.
And this will be your first lease option.
It will be the first.
That's so great. I was at one of the inner circles, and Damien Cheeseman, you know Damien,
Yeah.
he was talking about lease options. It's just amazing that he was saying he doesn't go out to seek it, but just by speaking and asking questions and then finding out what would work for the other party, he's been able to accumulate.
That's how this one came about.
Yeah.
It's
Is
just
that-
doing a
yeah.
good job for a landlord that went, actually, I've got another one.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy it?
Oh,
You know,
And there you go,
And there
right?
you go. Yeah, it's all about relationship building as well.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. And the business, like the industry is small, so your reputation does go a long way.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't take much to ruin a reputation all of a sudden. You're blacklisted.
Yeah.
When
So
I
you
was
wanna make
employed,
sure
I
you
used
do
to
the
get
right thing.
sacked all the time for spending too much time with customers. It used to drive me nuts. I'd like go out for a coffee and be 3 hours, and that landlord would bring 15 properties on. But when I'd get back to the office, it was like, time is money, Claire. Where have you been?
Oh, so
You know,
short-sighted.
that's
isn't
why
it?
I went on my own. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah, it is all about relationships. It's about doing a good job for people, wanting them to succeed as much as you do. Because, as I said before, we're all
It's
winning.
always
then.
got to be win-win, isn't
Yeah.
it? For
Yeah.
everyone.
And that's how we make it
You
work.
know, I've realised how business is based on relationships, isn't it? So
What's been the scariest part about property?
scariest part for me, I'm a man of comfort and you know what I know. So like I say, I was a lorry driver 20 years, so it was a big jump for me, something completely different. I wouldn't have done it on my own, I don't think. Yeah.
What about you, Claire? What's the scariest part?
I'm trying to think. Nothing scares me.
You're fearless.
I just take it on. So yeah, I'm not really scared of anything. I think I got sick of the legislation. I got sick of the red tape in my agency, and that was part of the.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to get rid. But nothing scares me. Things change, seasons change, and we just have to adapt, overcome, and just take it on.
That's probably why you're so successful, right?
Yeah.
Because the people who are kind of stuck, and then those are the people who are not going to jump onto the other side,
Absolutely,
right?
it's the ones that are prepared to take the leap.
Yeah.
You know, that
Exactly.
do well.
What tips do you have for somebody who might be starting off and doing rent to rent? Do you have any like golden rules?
I watch people. It's the mindset. It's the mindset more than anything. I can't do this, or I'm not good enough at this, or they're better than me, or no, I've got this. Go for it. You know, just go for it. Don't overthink it.
I would
Know what you
advise
want.
someone starting off to invest in themselves through Samuel Leeds Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the education.
I've been quite blown away actually.
Yeah.
With what he's
You
offering.
know, for nearly a year, he watched me go into the academy, but he didn't really have the insight until you're in it. And it's since you've joined the last 3 months, it's like, wow. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
When I speak to the Academy members who are based down south, they're like, Patricia, the numbers don't work. I can't find anything. It just doesn't stack. I don't know
does.
what to do. And I say, well,
Make it
you
work.
need to network because there are people down south that are doing well. So how can people find deals that stack?
You know, there are areas down south, but like we're taught, you know, branch out a little bit. You know, we've gone half an hour down the road on a couple of properties, and it's X amount less with the same rent. So, you know, do your research.
I think it's important to choose a patch get a power team. Like we've got good maintenance
We've got
guys
a really
now,
good
haven't
power team.
But then we have had a couple of our clients asking if we have properties in other areas. So we have kind of gone out and tried to accommodate that, haven't we?
But then it's like we haven't got the power team over there. So it's like building that up again.
How do you find a power team in a patch that that you haven't been in before?
Tried and tested.
Yeah,
different plumbers,
one of the 8-bed properties we got, we got on well with the landlord.
Really
He'd just done a full refurb pretty much on the house, but his handyman was there and his builder, and we started speaking to him. Good guy.
Really good guy.
He's got his own contacts, so we've used a couple of his contractors. We've now got good relations with him.
Yeah.
So that's
So
it,
now
really.
we can just pick up the phone if there's ever any problems. Just pick up the phone. There's someone over there to deal with it, because our patch has become pretty much an hour away now, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, and if you're on the academy, go and speak to people.
There's so
people will help
many,
you. People will offer.
contractors and
There's
things.
builders on there on the academy. Or,
There's so many,
and most people have got contractors. So speak to the
Yeah.
right people. You can get help.
Again,
Building
relationship
tradespeople.
building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how have you used social media to help get out there and build your brand?
Yeah, well, I've never had a Facebook account, so
Never?
it's not my strong point, social media.
But you are on Instagram, because I saw you
I
with
am now,
Claire's.
yeah.
I've made him share my Instagram.
I know, I saw. It's like Claire and Paul, right?
Claire
Yeah.
and Paul Properties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good name too, right? Because
Yeah.
I like that your names are right in your Instagram handle, because that's how
It's
people
more
get to
personal,
know
isn't
you.
it?
Well, it's us that people meet. It's us
That's
that people
great.
are doing work with. So it's us people want to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to see what you've been up to on your socials, and
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't do socials before Samuel. He's kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone with that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what Samuel's so good for, right?
So
Just
good.
pushing you off that.
And I
cliff.
didn't actually, I am quite old school. I've been in letting since I was 21. I'm 47. So everything was pen and paper.
I'm
back in the day.
48.
Are you?
We're the same generation.
And you're looking really good for
That's a
your
high
age.
five, by the way. You're
That was
supposed
a
to high five me. Or else on video's going to look so weird.
what was I
You look
saying?
great.
I can't remember what we were saying now.
You've been in
Yeah,
the
socials.
agencies,
And I
yeah.
just thought no one's going to back in the day, like when Facebook come out and everyone's like, oh, business. And I was like, it's not going to work for business. But it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing how you put a post out and then all of a sudden you've got a landlord commenting or an investor commenting or, reaching out to you, DMing you. And it's crazy. So it's blown my mind.
Yeah, but we really need to learn how to use it properly.
And we
right?
do need, that's one thing we do
Yeah.
need to brush up on.
YouTube's great.
Yeah.
I go to YouTube for every kind of tutorial. Yeah. Robert Kiyosaki said, because he's been around forever, and he was saying that we're so lucky in this era right now to be able to just advertise for free, unlimited to the entire world. And he was saying how he used to pay millions and millions for an ad in a newspaper that ran once, right? And it's really amazing. And yeah, we do need to utilize that a little bit more. But I think you're doing a great job, right?
We're
I can tell
starting.
who you guys are from your posts. and
Yeah,
that's important.
that's what we're trying.
Yeah. Good.
It'll get better now. We've got time on our hands.
There you go.
Yeah.
So with soon to be 8 properties in your portfolio, what kind of systemizations have you brought into the business to help run it smoothly?
I think we're still learning that.
The thing is, again, it's we were juggling everything. We're still in the transition between selling the letting agency, because I'm still spending time with the people that have bought the letting agency and handing that over with them. So I'm just in the process of systemizing everything now and using my previous skills to make sure this one's running in the same way. So
Great.
yeah, we have the the online systems and everything else. Where,
That's good.
it's all
Thank goodness
monitored
for
and
online
rents
systems.
coming in and everything else. But also we do pay a little bit to the managing agent to give us a call and they're the first point of contact with everyone, basically. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What do you do when tenants don't pay?
We work with them. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never ever really had a problem with tenants not paying. They might pay late, but I think if you're versatile and you can accommodate a little bit with them, give and take, I've never not had tenants not pay their rent. Touch wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so for tenants listening, what would you advise for them if they can't make the rent? What would you suggest? coming from the
Communicate.
other side?
Communicate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what we say to them. If you ever
We'll
have
try
any
and work
problems,
with people,
we'll
won't we?
try and work with you. Yeah. Yeah. We've got a guy at the moment, a young guy, care leaver, and he emailed us yesterday. He said, I'm really struggling. My hours have been cut this week. Can I pay you in 2 weeks? Yeah, that's fine, as long as you don't mess up 2 weeks after that. Because
Right.
we don't want you getting in a mess.
Right.
So it's just communication is key. And we really drum that into them when they move in as well. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many bank accounts do you have? Do you have a different account for each
Just
property?
just one business
We've got
account.
another account for the holding company for the business, the properties we're buying.
Yeah.
But for the rent to rent, just one account. Yeah.
And then do you pay yourself a dividend from your profits?
Not the last couple of months.
The last couple of months, it's all the deposits and everything else. So
We have invested quite a lot, but a
Yeah.
lot of it's tied up now. Isn't it?
it's tied up in deposits and stuff. But now we're at a point, we're at a turning point where all the hard work we've done the last 6 months, everyone's now in.
Yeah.
So now it's like we're seeing the rewards.
Yeah.
So it's like just pay yourself a salary, a basic, and everything else is dividends on top.
Great.
Yeah.
So what does ultimate financial freedom look like for you guys?
Ultimate financial freedom for us, again, it's cliche, but our vision is to earn enough to not only be happy ourselves, but to be able to give back. We really are both very passionate about that, which is why we worked with the charities. But we are learning that working with the charities, it is going to take us longer to get our return on investment. So we are looking at like scaling that back a bit, doing HMOs more, and then giving our cash to the charity to help, and we're looking at charity events, fundraisers. One of our landlords in one of our big properties, he's got a mobility taxi service. So like we're working with him and we're looking to set up annual charity events and things like that with the profits and stuff. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's all really exciting stuff. Like the doors that open off the back of what we do it's crazy.
I know. Samuel has a charity, Samuel Leeds Foundation. Have you guys thought about going to Uganda?
We're going to look at working from this end, and we're talking to Tony at the moment about sort of tutoring and that sort of thing, the Zoom calls and that sort of thing.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Sarah Mann was telling me about that too because she's a teacher. And
Yeah.
she was saying that she's totally up for doing the Zoom lessons.
Yeah.
And I think, it's amazing. Like how lucky are these
It's
kids going to be to
amazing.
get
Exactly.
Zoom lessons from property millionaires in the UK? Like that's so great.
Just to give them a chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I've been doing that before I joined the academy. I was doing life coaching in the evening for free, to homeless people with addictions and stuff like that. So it is. I think the more you give back, it's not selfish, but it feels good as well. You're helping other people; they're getting a step up, and it's really rewarding them, watching them on their journey.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
And because you crew all the time too, right?
I do.
And so crewing is when you come in and you volunteer.
Come in and I spend 4 days every month running around the events with a mic. But it's all good fun. Like you're in the room again and you're helping it's helping other people. You're outside and people are coming to you like, how are you doing? What are you doing? How are you doing it? And just giving them that advice is really uplifting.
It keeps you motivated as well.
Keeps me motivated,
Yeah, definitely. I was watching one of Samuel's videos. He was interviewing Ronnie and Emma, and he was saying how you just have to ask for help because it's hard, and that's why it's so great that we have this huge community.
Yeah, I think that's so important because some people are like, oh wow, they're all doing so well. Love me, I'm not. Ask for help. It's so important. Talk.
Yeah. Well, great. And so once you hit your financial freedom and you're giving to charities and you're working with organizations, what do you do for fun? Like what gives you your own little satisfaction?
Well, we just had our first holiday in 9 years, didn't we? That was amazing.
Yeah, come back from Crete.
Yeah.
So we've been about 9-10 years. We've both been away on it.
Yeah, and we are. It's not just the charities. It's not just giving back. We also are very passionate about creating a life that works for us as well. Neither of us agree with the 9 till 5 program.
Yeah.
I want to get out of bed when I finish sleeping.
Yeah.
Not because an alarm's
and that's
woke me
not
up.
laziness. That's we'll work when we want to work and make life work for us. And I've got dogs, grandchildren, and So
you know what's so funny, Claire? So I went to prepare for our interview. I was reading through our previous notes.
Yeah.
And right after we did our onboarding together, I have a note in there saying she was with her grandchildren. And then I'm like, and I was reading that the other night and I'm like, that can't be right. I must have misheard her because you have grandchildren?
I have grandchildren at the same age as his children, which is nuts in itself.
I am a toy boy though.
No, not that much. A couple of years. But no, it's making life work so that we can spend the time with our loved ones, walking on the beach with the dogs.
I want to be able to
making life work for us as well.
Finish work early and go and pick my kids up from school.
Yeah.
Just simple things.
And it's just a passion for life. We don't finish what we're doing and sit and watch Coronation Street every night. It's finishing work and then enjoying life.
Yes.
That's so important to me.
From an observer point of view, it sounded really like your property journey was pretty easy. and you had a lot of fun, and it's not, right?
Yeah, we do.
Well, what I struggled with is when I first came down and started getting on the phones, phoning councils, charities, housing
Stepping
associations.
completely out of your
I
comfort
was
zone.
out of my comfort zone. I didn't really know what I was talking about, and I was a bit nervous. But then I just kept going, and the more I'd done it, the more confident I got. And then I just realised, it's just about talking,
And all he had
being
was
yourself.
a really small amount of guidance from me on what to do, and he just kind of went for it. And that's really difficult as well. And it's constant no's, constant no's, constant no's.
Okay, yeah. Well, how many calls and how many no's?
Oh, I don't even know.
And did you
It was about
cry
6
at
months.
all?
I didn't cry. No.
I want you to
Not
cry.
in front of everyone.
He did have a hissy fit with an estate agent once, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Juicy.
to book a viewing, and my colleague will give you a call back, blah, blah. And then Claire phoned back a bit later and spoke to the same one, and the same agent I spoke to was like, "Yeah, great, I'll book you in now." So
And he wouldn't book him in. And he's
Love
like,
that.
what,
Let's
do they
tell
know
that
that I haven't
story.
done property before? Do you know what I mean?
They can sense from your hesitation in your voice, right?
But all it was to go and look at a rundown old house. Yeah, they wouldn't give him anything. So I was like, give me the phone.
Yeah.
And I rang them and they did. And he got really upset,
no,
understandably.
don't say that. But I'm not upset.
Not upset, but
Pissed off.
pissed off.
Right.
Understandably. And then we went on, and I said to him, it'll be a 17-year-old that doesn't know what he's doing when we get there. And it was a 17-year-old that didn't know what he was doing, new to the job, and he just forgot to call him back, and that's all it was.
Okay.
But, that was a moment. But we've had, we contacted initially at least 150 social housing charities.
Yeah, there's a lot of emails
With
went out.
nothing, or no. And we just kept persevering for 6 months until in the end, like county council, like, all right, we'll have a Zoom call with you.
Okay.
And then they were like, will you be a
Also-
registered provider?
But a lot of the emails, I don't know if they were going to the right email address. So we found a lot housing procurement seemed to be.
That worked, FAO, housing
yeah,
procurement.
yeah.
But it was head against brick wall for 6 months until all of a sudden they're like so sick of hearing from us. Really.
So is that what it is then?
We got
It's not
Zoom
like
calls,
you
we
came
got
up with
team
magic
calls.
words. It's just they're like, okay, fine. Because actually I've heard a lot of Academy members say that too. They're like, I just kept going in and kept saying hello to the agents, and then they're like, okay, fine.
Yeah, you got to persevere with it.
You gotta
Yeah, you
persevere.
have. And you need to make it appealing to the landlord. What they can get out of the deal.
They also
That's
need
it,
to
right?
understand that we've got the property. We're not just some sort of fly by night. So
Yeah.
every time we took on a new property, we were throwing it at them,
Yeah.
until they thought, oh, okay, these people have got property. They are serious.
Right.
They are business minded. They do want to. And then they, after the Zoom calls, you saw it in them. They sort of realised that actually they've got free runarounds.
What's a runaround?
They've got people running
free
around
runarounds.
looking
Yeah,
for the
you
properties
guys.
they want.
Yeah,
Us,
yeah.
The
in
minions.
theory, we are the minions to them. We're running around getting the properties they want.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
For free.
For free.
Yeah. I mean, that is amazing. That's really cool. So you were banging your head against the wall, calling.
Yeah, a bit
100.
frustrating. Yeah.
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 But
But like I
then you
say,
got
as
through
I kept it, the more I done it, the more comfortable I was, the more I was like, confident in what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then the realisation that I'm just talking to someone, just be yourself.
Yes.
We're
that's
all
it,
equal, right?
You can try too hard, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be yourself is what I'd say.
Yeah, just be yourself. I found when I worked at Porsche, I remember I was on a Saturday morning, all of the salespeople, the sales team, we have these meetings and it's all glass, right? These Porsche dealerships are just giant and gorgeous. And then in the morning, these two guys in suits come walking in the front door and we all kind of look down like, oh, okay. And then the owner, we're like, oh, who's, here comes the up bus. Like, who's going to take care of those guys? And the owner looks down and he's like, no, there's salespeople. They're here to sell us something because Porsche customers come in with jeans and a sports jacket and, on a Saturday just for fun, right? So you can just sort of kind of tell, and nobody wants to be sold to, right?
No.
So as long as you're natural and you can just sort of
Be yourself.
and then they don't feel like they're being sold to, you don't sound like everybody else, then you're kind of in and you build that relationship.
Yeah, I think when people first come into this, it's very easy to go, oh my God, it's an estate agent, they're so much better than me, or it's someone really high up in the council, they're so much better than me. We're all the same.
Yeah.
You know?
We're the same.
Yeah.
And it's coming from a place of value.
It's coming,
Like,
yeah.
this is how I can help you.
Yeah.
Let me help you, right?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you guys going to come up to the Lake District at any time? 'Cause-
absolutely. Where's the
Right.
invite?
Is that an invite?
Anytime.
If this is an invite, we're there.
Definitely come up and we'll hop on one of those boats and go up and down Lake
Let's do
Windermere,
it.
right?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
good.
great. All right, excellent. So if somebody wants to reach out to you guys, would the Instagram be the best
Yeah,
way?
absolutely. Claire and Paul Properties.
Claire and Paul Properties. That's great. Thank you both so much for spending time with us today.
Thank you for having us.
And yeah, so if anybody wants to meet Claire and Paul, Claire's always at the Ford Airs crewing. And do you ever go to the crash courses?
I haven't done any crash courses yet.
Okay.
No, I go full in on the
Full in on the
4
4
days.
days.
Yeah,
All or
intensive.
nothing, right?
Yeah, all or nothing. That's always me.
Great. And if you wanted to go to one of the inner circles, they're normally at Bournemouth's Inner Circle.
Bournemouth Inner Circle.
Jeremy Grigg is going to be the spotlight
He is gonna be the
speaker
guest
coming up in a
speaker.
couple weeks, so
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
He's amazing.
And so just hit them up on Instagram and they can send over their guest pass, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then if you want to learn about property, all you have to do is come to one of the crash courses. And honestly, it will change your life. So please do. They're all over the country every month and get started on your journey. Thanks very much, guys, for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thanks for having
Okay,
us.
Thanks.